What's up, guys? Your boy JabberBoy8 here, and today I'm going to be doing the 2014 Argentina Grand Prix review. Now, I'm sorry that I deleted the 2014 US Grand Prix race review, or if you like to call it, the Grand Prix of the Americas. It was just because of the sound. The sound cut off halfway through. It's weird, you know, it's really, really weird. It's been happening a couple of times. Sometimes off, sometimes when it's not in the spotlight, sometimes so, yeah, mate, yeah, guys, I mean, might be to do with the phone. The camera I'm using is a Samsung Galaxy Ace, so, and I have been using this for a while, so, yeah, it's very surprising that this has happened, but whatever, I'm just dealing with it at the moment, so, until I get another phone, another camera, I mean, sorry, until I get another camera, but for the time being, this camera I'm using is this, so, sorry about that. Like I said, had to delete it because sound is a big thing in the world of YouTube, so, let's move on to the Argentina Grand Prix. Now, before the racing began, there was Cal Crutchlow was replaced by Michel Pirot, just because Cal Crutchlow was not deemed fit to race at Argentina, and he might not be fit to race at Jerez as well. So I was heard that Michele Pirot was going to be filling in for Cal Crutchlow in Jerez, I believe. I'm not quite sure, but I think that's the case. So unlucky for Cal, but yeah, I mean this happens in bike racing. Bike racing can involve getting your bones broken and whatnot. So it's not the first time we've seen something this serious as that. We've seen worse. So. Yeah, yeah, I mean, all the best for Cal Crutchlow. I really hope he gets a steady recovery and gets back into the swing of things during the 2014 MotoGP season. So yeah, going into the race, going into the practice and qualifying, nothing much really happened in qualifying practice. Q1 of the session was somewhat quiet. There were no big accidents or whatnot, but there was a big scare, of course, for Bradley Smith as he almost went out of Q2 thanks to, I think, a couple of riders. I think it might have been Michele Pirot or Oriyama or whatnot, who tried to take him off his, or even actually Colin Edwards was the one who almost took Bradley Smith out of the top two positions, which will get you into Q2 for a spot to try and get pole position in Q2. So that was a big scare. And then into Q2, a lot of riders really pushing it. Marquez really laying down his marker as being one of the best MotoGP riders in the world, as he went at one point almost a second quicker than the rest of the field, which is absolutely astonishing. You know, because you know he's this is his second season, and to be able to do that, to get his title in the in this rookie season, is quite impressive. I've never seen anyone get a title in their rookie season. Someone close was Lewis Hamilton, and he got very, very close, missed out in Brazil, thanks to a problem with the engine. I'm not gonna dwell on it too much, but yeah, a problem with the engine that meant that Kimi Räikkönen won the championship in 2007. But other than that, that was the top. The top is Marquez. So yeah, and then so yeah, that happened. But there was a good fight for second place, which was won by Jorge Lorenzo. Good lap by him there. Yamaha at the start of the weekend thinking that they were going to be the ones to shine out, but like I said, Marquez and the Repsol Hondas really laying down their authority to the track there, and Yamaha's really struggling for in terms of trying to match the pace of the Repsol Hondas, and hopefully they will come good in maybe the race or maybe in Jerez as well. And talking of, and also at the end as well, Bradle, probably about 8 minutes in, Bradle crashed out, smashed, and he didn't take any more. He didn't take more part in Q2, which meant he started 6th, I believe, 6th or 7th in the grid. And yeah, and that was it. So yeah, pretty decent qualified, I would say. But then in the race, boy, was it a good race at the start, as Jorge Lorenzo had a demon getaway, getting to the lead of the race. Marc Marquez having a slow start because of him being on the dirty line. He dropped down to about 5th. Pedrosa dropped about 5th, around the same position, the same place as Marquez in 5th and 6th there. And then going into the corner after the straight, there was a big accident from Bautista running into Alex Spargaro. That which then put Bautista, which took Bautista out of the race. And then after that, joining Bautista was Prix, who fell off his bike, and that was it for those two. But then we had some good racing going on, especially to Iloni, great racing, great position he was in at the start there, getting to 2nd place there. Beautiful, really beautiful, really showing that Ducatis really have a little bit of pace underneath them, even though in the long run they can drop a little bit. I mean, if Ducati can work on their long runs, I think we could see Ducati being on the podium a bit more than we have usually seen. But nevertheless, we did get some great racing. The two Repsol Hondas overtaking a lot of the satellites and a bit of the factory bikes, particularly Rossi, and they both got up to Rossi got up to 2nd, Pedrosa got up to 3rd, and for Marquez, it was really a waiting game. He was waiting his time. He was being a tortoise, I think, to be honest, in terms of saving his tyres, not pushing it too much, saving his fuel load, and that's very smart. That's a very smart move, and really shows how good that driver is. You know, he's not one of the drivers that just like pushes as hard as he can to pull out. He's not one of those guys that pushes as hard as he can and then overtakes him and then flies off and then has problems and whatnot. He's not like a hare. No, he's like a tortoise that waits. He thinks about it, bides his time, you know, by saving his tyres and whatnot. And that's very good, and really shows how, and like I said, shows really how good he is. But then soon it did happen, and it was with 9 laps to go where he made the move. Good move by Marquez there. No real budging, no real trying to get back and whatnot. I think Lorenzo knew it was done and dusted. And same for Pedrosa on the last couple of laps. Pedrosa doing an insane move down the inside. I don't know, it was coming into the last sector there. Good move, good clean move by both the Hondas there to take 1st and 2nd, to take a 1-2 for them. And then, also another thing during the race, Bradle made an aggressive move down the inside that pushed Rossi off the road, coming onto the exit of the corner after the straight of the Argentina track, which dropped him down a bit. I think it lost him a couple of times and lost him a couple of tenths or whatnot. but thankfully he didn't lose any positions. But as a result, but then soon he did. I think he did get back past and was able to finish in 4th place. But then in the end, it was Marc Marquez who won the race. Beautiful drive, beautiful ride. I mean, by the Spanish rider, really showing how good he is. And that's been the first time that a rider in MotoGP has pulled a hat-trick off in the first 3 races since, I think, about 1971. I don't know who the rider was back then who did it. But, yeah, to do it, absolutely incredible. Really showing that the Hondas are absolutely on the fight in the MotoGP season. And Marc Marquez showing that he is one to beat for the rest of the field. As we go on to the European season. So, yeah, folks. Thank you very, very much for watching. And, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. It's your boy, Jabba Boy 18. I'm out. Peace.